Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. This is D Trends. D Trends is a new educational channel on YouTube, and what I do here is to help students who are preparing for the exams on government and literature. Okay, this is a second educational video on this channel. If you've not watched the first episode, please let me know at the comment section so I can give you the link. Okay. In the last video we looked at Jamb 2021 past questions. Look at some questions from Jamb 2021 government past questions. Okay. Today we're going to continue from where we stopped. Okay. Now today we're going to start from question 5, 2021 Jamb government past questions. Which of the following is not a characteristic of democracy? Which of the following is not a characteristic of democracy? We have option A, popular sovereignty. Popular sovereignty. B, regular election. C, majority rule. And D, limited franchise. Now, I believe you already know what democracy is. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, it's a kind of government where the state power is vested on the citizens. Okay, the citizens, the population are the ones that have the power. Okay, now there are some characteristics of democracy. There are some obvious characteristics of democracy. The first one is majority rule. Okay, in a democratic state, when an election is conducted, the the winner, the person that will be declared the winner is the person that got the majority of the votes. Okay, now the people that occupy the position, the political positions are the people that are elected. Okay, so this brings us to another characteristic of democracy, which is elected representatives. Okay, now the next one is equality. This is another characteristic of democracy, equality. Okay, um whether you're occupying a government position or you are just an ordinary citizen, you have equal rights in the society that practices democracy. Okay, and there is separation of power in a democratic state. There's separation of power between the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. And human rights are also protected in a democratic state. Okay, now let's see the options and choose the one that is not a feature of democracy. Now, option A, we have popular sovereignty. Now, popular sovereignty implies that the leaders of a state and the government, okay, of a state are created by the people, by the consent of the people. That the leaders of a state and the government of a state are created by the consent, okay, by the approval of the people, and they are also sustained in power by the approval of the people. Okay, now popular sovereignty is a feature of democracy, is a characteristic of democracy. Okay, because in democracy, the people, the citizenry are the ones that have the power. Okay, they're the ones that have the power to elect a leader for themselves and to keep the leader in the position. Okay, which is also the principle guiding popular sovereignty. Okay, now let's see the second option. The second option is regular election. Okay, in a democratic state, of course, there is always election. Okay, people to occupy the political positions are being elected on a regular basis. Okay, so there is regular election, so it's a feature of democracy, which makes it not the correct answer. Okay, now option C, majority rule. Majority rule involves the principle where the political party or the group with the highest supporters or the group with the highest votes in an election is declared the winner, and this is also a feature of democracy. Okay, now let's see the last option. Option D. Option D, we have limited franchise. Limited franchise. You already know what franchise is. Okay, franchise It's the right of a qualified adult citizen of a given society to vote and be voted for in an election. Okay. And limited franchise implies that it's not everybody who is qualified to vote or be voted for is allowed to do that. Okay. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Option D, limited franchise. Okay. Now let's see the next question. The principle of separation of powers is fundamental today. A, we have parliamentary system. B, presidential system. C, totalitarian system. And D, federal system. Okay, this question simply means which of these systems practices separation of power. Okay, which of these systems is based on separation of power. Okay, now let's see the options. We have option A. Option A, we have parliamentary system. Parliamentary system. Now, a parliamentary system of government is a system of government where the head of state derives their democratic legitimacy from their ability to command the support or confidence of the legislature. Okay, their legitimacy is dependent on the support or the confidence they get from the legislature. Okay, now typically, the head of state in a parliamentary system is accountable to the parliament. The head of state is accountable to the legislature, that is the parliament. Okay, and the head of state is almost always a member of the parliament. Okay, most times the head of state is a member of the parliament. Okay, now parliamentary system of government is not based on separation of power. Okay, it's not based on separation of power because the head of state, which is the executive arm of the government, derives its legitimacy from the legislatures. Okay, so the executive and the legislature are not separated. Okay, they are not separated. So is not the correct answer. Okay, now let's see the next one. The next option, we have presidential system. Okay, presidential system features a president who is usually the head of state and also the head of government, and most importantly does not derive their legitimacy from the legislature. Okay, in a presidential system, the judiciary, the executive, and the legislatures are different. Okay, they are different and autonomous, and each is used to checkmate the other. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Okay, the presidential system of government is based on separation of power is the correct answer. Now let's see why option C is not the correct answer. Option C, we have totalitarian system. Okay, totalitarian system. And totalitarian system is a form of government and political system that prohibits all opposition parties. They prohibit all opposition parties. Okay, and if there is any opposition party or any individual, okay, or group that wants to oppose them, okay, they are outlawed. They are outlawed. They are seen to have committed a crime. Okay, totalitarianism exercises high level or total control of public and private life. Political powers are held by autocrats and dictators. They are held by autocrats and dictators. Okay, the head of states that practices totalitarian system is usually a dictator. Okay, so totalitarian system of government is a dictatorship system of government where there is no opposition is not allowed. Okay, and anybody that wants to form an opposition is outlawed. So it's not the correct answer. Okay, it's not the correct answer. Now, option D, federal system. This is a system of government where powers of the government are divided between the national and the state. Okay, it tells us about division of powers, not separation of power. Okay, it tells us about division of power. So it's not the correct answer as well. The correct answer is option B. Option B. And the presidential system. Okay. Alright guys, this is how we ended today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. Okay, please, if you did, support this channel by clicking on the subscribe button, share the video to your friends, and click on the like button as well. Okay, it helps me to know that you like this video and would want me to upload more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in another video. Bye bye.